Everybody in here? All right.
What up, everyone? Is that all?
Yeah, I think that's everybody, Naye.
Okay. So we have bad news.
Very bad news.
Extremely bad news.
So, this is gonna be the last episode. And yeah.
Yeah, we really didn't know how to take the news. I had a conversation with the Lake Arbor Foundation, and we ran out of money. Yeah. Naye, you wanna share our sadness about this being the last episode.
I don't even know how to say anything else.
All right. Well, you know what? We must carry on.
Okay. Gotta.
What's that?
Hey, if it's gonna be the last one, we might as well go big. So
Right.
this is
Last
us
one.
going
And
big.
this gonna
Go
be
big or go home.
I guess this could be the best episode because it's April Fool's, so we can really
Yeah.
take away
We're
from
gonna
the fact
go all
Right.
out. Like this is uncensored, so parental discretion is advised. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
as
The funny thing is it's April Fools and they say go big or go home. But the thing is we're going big and going home.
man, that's sad.
dang.
See that? There we go.
Get a
Lift my
point.
spirits
Get
up
a
just
point.
a tad, then put it back down.
Fair. Well, since this is always, like I said, always a safe space to share, we just want to give one last thank you to the Lafi for giving us these great 8 episodes. I've gotten to know some bomb teens, okay, who have given me probably like 2 gray hairs. So we're gonna go big and go home. So, but first, just one time for the one time.
Can I just say something though?
Yeah.
It was a pleasure being with all of y'all. Okay. The laughter.
Same here.
Antonio, the whole goof. The singer Jordan, yo.
David,
That was so fun.
the mad scientist, sports
Mad scientist over here.
So but the show must go on. And let's just get into our intro clip one last time. The Lafi presents Teen Summit Podcast with your host, Miss Ray. Youth with passion. Youth who speak their mind. Listen to the voices of our youth. Youth who care. All right, y'all. So
Still fire. Still fire.
Yes, it is still fire.
Still fire.
It would always be fire. Just gotta remember it in our brains for the next Thursday that comes. We just gotta think about that intro reel,
Yeah.
And not the sad part that we're not coming back.
Because you're gonna make me cry.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Don't cry.
No, stop.
Wait, no.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No,
I can't.
No, Miss Ray.
pick up your
No, Miss
mood.
Ray.
Pick up your mood.
Stop.
We're not gonna get to that vibe, that sad vibe. Not today. Not today.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
So for our first thing, we are going to talk about different April Fool's conspiracy theories, and let's get started with these most important thing, the zombie apocalypse. So in 20, I think this was posted in February, I think, the CDS, right? Disease control,
CDC.
yeah.
CDC.
Oh, okay. The CDC shared tips on surviving a zombie apocalypse, and it was talked about by a professor who thought, or scientist, a Russian scientist who thought that the COVID vaccine that they're giving is basically a one-way ticket to starting a zombie apocalypse. So the CDC shared tips on how to survive it, along with a like checklist on what things you should have and what things you should like bring with yourself and all this kind of stuff. And we want to talk about whether we think it's real or not.
So let me first say I got the I think out of this list, I got the food. I got the food. I recently went camping, so I'm ready. I got the tent. I got the fire starter, so I'm ready
Okay.
if it goes down.
Preparation.
But you got the medication so you can like suppress it or anything?
I mean, but that's what the vaccine is supposed to suppress
Suppose.
COVID.
But Miss Ray, you got the vaccine.
I did. So that's
so does that mean you're getting prepared for?
Right.
Oh, so what y'all trying to say? I'm getting prepared for like a relapse or something?
It's possible that you're getting prepared for yourself.
Right. You need to get the medication because
I mean, so what do y'all think? I think
Hey,
that
hold up. You guys believe this? Like you really believe that zombies
If we're going to go off what he said, essentially Miss Ray would meet the criteria.
Right.
That is true.
Okay, y'all stop putting the blame on me. So let's go back to Jordan's question. Jordan's question was, do we actually believe that this Russian scientist that predicted that a biological weapon and it would produce a virus that can turn humankind into zombies? And so some people think that this biological weapon is COVID and the COVID vaccine. So do y'all think that that's something realistic?
Nope, it's not realistic. Or I don't think it is. So I learned in forensics class last year about the decomposition like timeline. And basically it says that over a span between like the day a person dies to about a couple months after, they're already going to be decaying and a pile of bones. How that doesn't make sense that it would like be a zombie apocalypse, especially because there's this point called the bloating stage where basically the toxins in your body kind of like inflates and you're not supposed to move, or if you move you could like you blow it up. It blows up because of all of the toxic air inside of your body. So no, I don't.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't.
That's gross.
So I mean, so how do you, so like when random, theories and stuff like this come across, like you said you learned about this in a class, or like how did you like fact check this? Like what did you go through to see if this was real or not, or
I had to research a lot just because I was really curious. But we did learn this in forensics. People who took human physiology also learned about the decomposition stage and stuff like that. So it really shows that like it might not be real, or maybe it could happen, but like it won't last like years on end, like how some TV shows have it.
Yeah. Walking Dead, any Walking Dead? What were some like zombie shows that y'all watch now? Any?
Not that I watch now, but I can say when I was a kid, you know that show called Paranorman, whatever his name is. That show was mad scary when I was little. I still can't watch that. Like I'm not even really scared of it. I just can't do it. Like I just tell people that movie is scary. They keep saying it's funny. No, it's not funny. Why is that movie PG? That should not be PG. I don't know what it should be, but it should not be PG. That is not a kid friendly movie. That thing is too scary. Okay. Okay.
Ew. Well, speaking of like weird science, let's go into uh-oh, a strange science segment. And so my strange scientist has disappeared. I wonder where he went. David.
Maybe he turned into a zombie.
Preparing, Miss Ray.
It's
He's
magic.
preparing.
He's a zombie.
It's
He
magic.
could be
It's not
preparing.
He's,
science.
Not preparing for
he's
that.
getting his materials.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
He's getting his materials. Or we'll just go with that. We'll just
So
go
yeah,
with
let's
it.
get into a strange science segment because it kind of we were, speaking of like bodies and decomposition, David, like you're the mad scientist of the crew. So tell us some things that you know about like these strange science facts. And so our episode today is, believe it or not. So we're kind of getting a little weird. So like, what are some things, David, that you believe or not in some strange science that you've come across?
As it relates to zombies, I highly doubt that there will be zombies as in like how they are in the movies, but I do think that there could possibly be a bacteria or disease that could cause anarchy. Some humans, and I guess that could cause something like almost like a zombie. But yeah, that's how those are my thoughts.
Okay, so that's embodied.
Things to do with scare me. Like first we thinking it's not a real thing. Like I don't see zombies being a thing, but like there's gonna be some virus that make you look like a zombie, act like.
Agreed.
I'm going down. You know those little sellers that be in movies and they be like just lifting it up and it be in the ground. I'm gonna go find one of those or dig one up in my backyard. Something I don't know what I'm gonna do. But
I'm not really scared of zombies, honestly. The thing that scares me the most is Coraline movie. If any of you guys have watched that, that gave me nightmares as a child. Way worse than Paranorman could ever.
I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, so we talked about like bodies and like decomposing bodies. So like animals, David, is that a thing? Do you know like like animals and exploding animals?
Yeah, actually, so basically, there's a story about that. So there's this whale, and it was a dead whale, and they were transporting it, and the whale exploded all over like all the people and everybody was watching, and so that's actually a picture, and so basically, I was wondering how the whale exploded, and so basically, what happened was the whale's like flesh was decaying, and so the flesh is obviously inside the whale. And so when the flesh decays, it produces methane, but it gets trapped inside the whale. So it's almost like the methane keeps on building up and building up, and then the whale like pops like a balloon, kind of. And so that's what you see right there.
Can I just point out the dude beside all of that gross stuff?
Oh my gosh.
He's just like, wait a minute. He's like, wait a minute. I was not prepared for this.
Wait, oh my! I just noticed that was the motorcycle. I thought that was his head or something. I don't know.
That is literally
I
how
want to bet that was his
looks.
moped right over there in the pile.
I can. I saw that and I wanted to throw up. That's nasty. And you can see the intestines and so much blood. Yuck.
So I thought the same. I thought that was like the whale's head or something like that. So, anyways, that was just talking about like mad science facts. Like, thanks, David, for sharing that. And I feel like it goes with what Jordan was talking about, like about whether zombies, like how the process of a potential zombie could even be. But to David's point about like mutating viruses, right? Is that what you were saying? You think that there could be a mutated virus that could potentially what?
Yeah, I was just saying that there could be like a disease that could, spread through people, and those diseases could cause people to go insane, almost like a zombie. And then if those people were able to pass that disease on to you, then that would cause you to go insane. It would cause anarchy and cause like maybe governments to fall and stuff like that.
All right. Well, that's a good transition because we kind of touched on COVID and we kind of merged into like zombies. But so a couple of weeks ago when we had our COVID conversations, y'all had y'all strong opinions on, whether or not you would get the COVID vaccine. And so speaking of conspiracies, I wanted to throw some conspiracies out there and let's just we'll need some audience engagement. We're going to do something called like believable or nah. So the background is in December of 2020, there was a poll that was released that showed only 47% of Americans plan to get the vaccine. Those who didn't want it mostly said that they were concerned about the side effects and the development of the approval process. And though the poll didn't ask about circulating myths, that was, I'm sure, a big reason why people did not want to get the vaccine. So, audience participation, we're going to vote in the chat.
Boy, don't sit down somewhere. I told you about climbing on the walls. I'm in here trying to cook this dinner, these neck bones, and these porky beans. Look, you
yo, hey,
always on that Facegram and that TikTok book and that bird tweeting. Y'all should go back to that MySpace where they didn't do all that stuff. Boy, you get a splinter in your body, I ain't gonna be able to get him out tonight. Now go sit down.
Mute yourself.
Now,
well, I'm sat down. I sat down. I got off my Facegram. I literally got off of Facegram. I'm off now. I logged out and everything.
I think we've been Zoom bombed.
I'm in my seat.
Yes, I'm gonna go back to MySpace. That was my generation. Oh man. Oh wow. Woo. All right. Well,
I'm so sorry for y'all ears. I don't know what was in her mind. I don't know why she was off mood in the first place.
Oh man, Tamika said bye. All right. Well, let's continue to use our chat. So there are 3 top COVID conspiracies that have been circulating around, and so in the chat, and my co-host, I want you to say it, whether you think it's believable or not. So the first COVID vaccine conspiracy that's been flying around was that the COVID vaccine would implant a microchip into our bodies. Believable or not?
Honestly, I mean, it could happen. Nanotechnology, there's still things we don't know about on our own planet. And there are things that we just don't know in general. So it's believable. I mean,
So I see some in the chats. Georgina, nah, no, yes. All right. So the verdict. So this podcast is a place to speak the truth. And so we always encourage you to go and do your own research. You take what you hear from here and you go and check for yourself. But a professor at Northwestern University and a COVID-19 vaccine researcher said that technology does not exist. And even if it did, he said that the microchips would have to find their way into multiple vaccines created by different companies in order for it to be an actual chip that's implanted in us.
But I feel like people already make microchips and things that people put in their bodies and get their pets and stuff. So why wouldn't they make something to put in a vaccine? I mean, to be honest,
true.
That the government be looking at you through your cameras. There's a lot being said about the government. Who knows what they got up their sleeve? They're so weird. I'm telling you, the government. There's some small little government inside the government that nobody knows about.
I got yada 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 body yada 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 body yada 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 yada.
Dang, body
Turn
yada
the
yada
music
yada,
off.
yada yada. Hold on, wait. So we So Georgina, are you giving us a high five or you want to add to the
Nah,
conversation?
I wanted to add to that because that's I had a lot of people saying that because you get the vaccine, you're gonna have a microchip in your arm for a couple of years. But I don't think that that's possible. Like you said, the technology isn't out there yet. And I mean, you're injecting somebody with a liquid. It's gonna form into a chip. I don't think that. No.
Yeah, thanks for adding that. And I didn't even think about that part, that the liquid and the chip, like
Yeah,
how
I mean, I just feel like that would have to be an implant more than a injection.
Mm, true.
At the end of the day, when you think about it, like water turns into ice, like at a certain temperature. So I don't know. I
Ah,
still
you
think it
ain't
might happen.
scientist.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Also,
I definitely understand and I do agree with that, but I mean, it's just different, like different things freeze in different temperatures and stuff like that. So I mean, you have to have it got to be to the T. It has to be to
True.
the T. So I mean, that type of stuff takes years to develop. I mean, we probably be dead and gone when they got microchip.
All right now.
She has a point. She has a point.
Yeah. So next one. So we're only gonna do two. Because I want us to get into one more segment. So another popular COVID conspiracy about the vaccine is that the vaccine is going to alter our DNA. So David, you're our scientist. What's DNA in like 30 seconds? Believable or nah?
So basically, DNA is almost like the instructions or rules for like a cell or for like a living thing. And so it's actually like deoxyribonucleic acid, I think. And so basically, it's just like it's the matter or it's the chemicals inside of a cell in its nucleus that almost like tells it what to do. Basically, it gives it instructions on how to grow and stuff like that.
So thank you, Mr. Scientist. So basically, the conspiracy is that the vaccine will alter our DNA. Believable or not? What do y'all think? Chat.
Y'all are gonna get at me for this, but I'm still gonna say that's believable. More believable than the microchip. I'm gonna say it's more believable than the microchip.
yeah, I
Like,
agree because
think about it. Like, they found ways for women who can't have babies to some way still get a baby. So I
that's
I'm
true.
just saying they're just things that I think is possible.
I think it's possible too, because like I feel like for you to alternate DNA, it's like it's not always have to be a procedure that you have to open somebody up. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure they can put something in you, some kind of uh I don't know, medicine, something they put it in the little vaccination. You never know. People these days, they a little you never know what somebody's thinking in their mind and what they trying to do.
All right, so we got some chat participation. Y'all don't have to share, but we got some yeses and some nos kind of on the fence. So I'm gonna give you I muted myself. So I'm gonna give you some of the scientific angle about why this conspiracy could be debunked. And so there was a video that Bill Gates had put out that kind of started this. And so that the video appeared to confuse DNA with messenger RNA, which is used by the new vaccines to direct cells to create components of the coronavirus, not the entire thing. And so our immune cells detect those components and create antibodies, which ward off the actual coronavirus should a person be exposed. So that was a science researcher perspective. Does that influence anything or
Not at all.
still
Not
not?
at all. No. No.
I don't really think it's believable. I feel like it would be difficult to try and rearrange somebody's DNA. Like they make it seem like it's really easy to do. Like just you inject yourself and suddenly your DNA changes. That doesn't sound believable to me. Maybe somewhere down the line I'll believe it, but this right now it doesn't seem believable. We're
The
talking
reason
about
it
the
seems
generation that isn't really all that smart.
Oh, wait, you said,
right.
like,
hold up, you said we're talking about a generation that's not that smart?
like the Gen Z generation, and I'm a part of this generation, so I could say this. We all thought it was fun to do a Tide Pod challenge. Like, I don't think this is that.
Not me.
Like,
Not me.
not
Not
everybody,
me.
but I'm just saying, like, as a generation, I don't think this
Oh,
is gonna
wait.
go
I
far.
mean, to be fair, our generation is actually pretty smart because our generation has done some things that other generations have thought of. So, I mean,
Get them.
kind of think about that one.
That was fun. Yeah,
All right.
that Tide
All
Pod
right.
challenge. Wait. What was, yeah, that's for a whole nother show. Like we could
Who
talk
knows?
about challenges and where all of that.
I think it's just our teen, like some of the teen years, not the like the thinking and like thinking, oh yeah, this is probably not a good idea. I
Yeah.
think it's like once the Gen Z gets a little older, we'll be fine. We'll probably think of something magnificent. Who knows? We're the Gen Z.
Magnificent.
All right. Well, today is actually April Fool's, April 1st. And so I didn't even know where this day came from. So Antonio, tell us a little bit about where
Mom, you
Oh.
can turn your cameras on.
Uh,
What are we looking at?
what is that?
I like how Miss Ray just went, huh?
What are we looking
I like
at?
how she just went, yeah.
Wait, what is Mom, turn your camera off.
All right, so Antonio, where'd you go? Okay, tell us a little bit about where April Fools came from.
All right, sure. So, quick shout out to the British. So, on April 1st in the 1700s, there was an English prankster who began popularizing the annual tradition of April Fool's Day by playing practical jokes on one another with other people. So, prior to being called April Fool's Day, it was called All Fool's Day and had been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures. Its exact origins remain a mystery.
So, what do y'all think about the conflicting origins of this holiday? So, Antonio said the Brits, different cultures had, April Fools. Like, what, and kind of switching gears to like a do you believe in? Like, how do you believe in holidays and kind of like where they started? April Fools could have started one place and different holidays. Like, what are your thoughts on like holidays and do you believe in them and all that?
I'm stumped.
So when it comes to holidays, oh wait, no, you first.
No, I'm just saying I'm stumped. I don't even know how to really respond to that. Like, I believe in holidays, and I mean this holiday, I think it's just hilarious. To be honest, I mean, people who are pranksters, shout out to them because they really do be getting people. And if I was as smart as them of these jokes and stuff, I would love to be. I would love to be that jokester who just goes around and just start doing straight stuff and get shouted out. But
Yeah.
I can't because I ain't that person.
I think when it comes to various like types of celebrations, like I believe in holidays, but when it comes to April Fools, anybody could have started it, but they just might have chose somebody who most likely could have compared to other ones. But I'm gonna say it possibly could be the correct origin, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's a possibility that it isn't.
So what are some things and what are some things that like let me get my words together. It reminds me of when I was growing up, right? Not just specifically around April Fools, but just hearing superstitions or hearing conspiracies and things that I heard from my parents or maybe adults that I believed were true, but had no idea where they came from until I started growing up and doing my own research and fact checking. So for this last like 5 minutes or so, we're just gonna do like quick, like, do you believe in? So my niece is 6 and she just lost her tooth. And so what's like a popular do you believe in that comes when you lose your tooth?
Fairy.
Fairy, right. So
All right. Right.
I knew I was lost. You tell me how can I help you?
Somebody's singing.
Jordan, you're off
Wait,
mute.
your mic is on.
On the bright side, it wasn't bad. On the bright
was
side,
really
it was
bad.
not bad.
It wasn't.
Right, she was going off. She was going
For
off.
real. But just to let you
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
your mic was on. You know. I didn't know if you want everybody to hear you singing.
Yeah, I know you think this is our check-ins, but yeah. I know it helps calm your nerves.
Mom, this chat.
I just saw that. My bad. Oh no.
Mom, what's going on in this chat?
Yo,
Jordan, do you want to give us? Was that really you? Can you really drop a note?
Yeah,
I
we should hear more.
I've been told I can.
Siri, Alexa. Woo.
Well,
you guys want me to sing a little bit?
Yeah, are you?
Yes, come on.
Yo, get him. This is exclusive, everybody. This is exclusive. No, I gotta give that introduction. Coming to the stage.
I help you when I can't even help myself. How can I trust myself to fall in love with someone else? I'm sorry that I wasn't your type. Sorry, I'm just a farewell. But how can I love you when I don't know how to love myself?
Get him.
Hey. Drop it.
That was lovely.
Yes.
Stupendous. Just stupendous.
What is going on with your face, Antonio?
I had to turn into a reality TV show, singing competition, talent show person.
Oh, American
so
Idol.
I just had to say it was stupendous.
Oh wow.
Very stupendous.
Girl, they
sure.
over here singing and everything in this podcast. Girl, I don't know when this thing gonna be over.
Mom, for the last time, your mic is on and the chat is not for what you talking about. You don't need to hear about butt cream, hemorrhoid cream. We don't need to hear about none of that, okay? Okay.
For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, we apologize. We apologize.
It was one of those things,
it's an apology.
We went out like we started. We go big or because we're going home. So yeah.
Good point.
Don't
sad point, but good point.
Good point, but sad point.
Don't forget it. All right, y'all. So you know what? We're gonna come back to this do you believe in segment because there's something there that I want us to dig into a little bit, especially like when we grew up believing things and now as we're getting older, teens going into high school, coming out of high school, questioning and challenging things and doing our research. So we're gonna come back to that for next week. Oh, not next week. There is no next week. Oops. My bad.
Thanks, Miss Ray. Thanks.
Thank you for putting us down. I think we could have had a little hope.
My bad. Sorry.
I was about to say
a little hope. Right.
Yay!
Sorry.
Got him.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up our show. It has been an absolute honor being your host. And is there any parting words that we want to share with our viewer audience?
I just want to say thank you to all the supporters of our our podcast.
I love you,
Love you too, Auntie. But thank you for all y'all supporters. Cause without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. Like it started with just like 2 or 3 people who actually came on, and then to all these people,
Yeah.
All y'all.
Yeah. There are other podcasts, but none like this podcast. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Y'all the
Facts.
real MVPs. Um, any last words, Jordan?
This was a great experience. I'm trying not to cry, so you can go next.
Antonio, David.
Definitely great experience. Good to talk with you all and meet you all, especially since we're in different places on an internet, the interwebs. But it's the last time to see everybody, so might as well enjoy it. Last time to see you all.
Oh,
Last time to see you all this time. So yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed my time on this podcast and discussing these topics with you. And yes, goodbye.
And that's all, folks.
Bye.
See y'all. Enjoy.